I guess you guys really want that part 2. But before that, I wanted to thank every one of you that watched the video. At the time I'm editing this, the video has reached 2.5 thousand views. That's the first time my channel made that much views, and I hope you guys are gonna like this video like the part 1. So without much yapping, let's go into the dark. But wait, we can't start the video without having an out of context clip of someone who gets pissed on, can we? Hello, and welcome into another special episode of Into the Dark. Today, I am gonna show you even more horror characters that would slaughter the Homelander in a fight. I'm assuming you already watched part 1. But if you didn't, I'm gonna do a brief scaling of the Homelander. First of all, it's stated that every human weapon on Earth can't kill him. Yes, even nukes, which would give him city-level durability and attack potency. His speed would go into the hypersonic plus range due to his only good speed feat. That is saving Butcher from a C4 explosion.
Wakey, wakey.
So to put it simple, Homelander scaled to city level with hypersonic plus speed for the power and abilities. He is your average Superman clone with flight, sonic scream and heat fission. Now the reason of why he loses to anyone outside of his verse is because of his arrogance and his lack of combat experience. Homelander is so used to being able to one-shot every one of his opponents with his laser that if he were to fight with someone even close to his power and with enough combat experience, he would get mocked. So let's see who is gonna slaughter him today.
Master, I'm tired of picking cotton. Please give me another job.
The Q is not one character, but an entire civilization who travel around the universe to biologically modify human being and terraform world with their advanced technology. The Q doesn't even recognize the human species as a living organism, so Homelander would just be another useless piece of flesh for them to play with. And you're probably gonna ask me, how can those weird-ass Dragonfly beat the Homelander? Well, in this fight Homelander does not just have to deal with one guy, but an entire civilization, each of them with the power to turn any creature into any shape they want. They can just biologically turn him into a colonial. What is a colonial, you may ask? A colonial is a former human being turned into a cube of flesh without any other capacity than just thinking by the Q. If even one of those aliens turned Homelander into a colonial, Homelander would just retain the ability to think and would be left to die on the ground by the Q. That is the sadistic way, since the Q would most likely blow up the planet and Homelander with it, via their spaceship and advanced technology. So next character.
Your wife makes a fine pot of tea, Danny me boy.
The Leprechaun is an ancient creature that stole the gold of a dead king. The gold is the direct source of his power, and while in their verse leprechauns are pretty harmless, this one is the type of guy to fight people for 2,000 years to protect his gold, which would give him more fighting skill than Homelander. His name is Lupton, and while Lupton is a good fighter, he's not stronger nor faster than Homelander.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
No, he wins purely because of his powers. So let's see how powerful the Leprechaun is. The Leprechaun has a variety of powers that can ignore the durability of someone. One of them is turning you into Kim Kardashian via biological manipulation until you explode by your own, which is not an instant kill, but it would work on Homelander due to his lack of magic resistance.
Feels like rain.
This one is less strange, but far more dangerous, as Loveland can instantly turn you into money, which is an instant kill. Also, Do you remember that Marvel theory where people were telling you that Ant-Man could kill Thanos if he regrow inside his head or butthole? If yes, then imagine this, but with a leprechaun that literally regrow to normal form inside your dick after you killed it.
Love. Let me tell you how much I've come to love you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layers that fill my complex. If the word love was engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the love I feel for you at this micro instant. Love! Love!
Don't look at me like this. You're solely responsible for clicking on this video. And also, if you watch anime, you should know Makima from Chainsaw Man, right? Turn out Lupton has the same bang attack as Makima. For the horror fan watching this video, bang is an invisible attack that ignore the durability of the target and shoot invisible attack on the victim. Lupton is shown using this power in the hood. And I know that some people are gonna say, what if Homelander just speedblitz him? Well, Leprechaun can regenerate, and it's not your average horror movie regeneration. No, Lupton was shown regenerating at this speed. And after being reduced to a leg, or even fully regenerating after being reduced to a green goo state.
Followed by a gushing green guy and looks like they're in the splatter zone. I told you we should have rented the ponchos. So enough, the movie ends with him all back together.
So if we resume, Lupton has 3 ways of instantly killing Homelander, and if Homelander speedblitz him, he can just regenerate and use one of his weird power to kill Homelander, or just transfer her soul into Homelander's dick too, you know.
Love. Let me tell you how much I've come to love you since I began to live. There are 3...
Anyway, next character. The entity is a spider eldritch god from the game Dead by Daylight, and this thing is so powerful that it can create a seemingly infinite timeless domain and take away people from across infinite multiverses. It is also strong enough to remove or change the power of anything within its domain or give power like regeneration, teleportation, or just a fucking gun. The entity would scale to universal level due to being able to create a perfect replica of the real world universe. This thing would most likely one-shot or take Homelander as a killer in the game due to his murderous tendencies. But let's say that the entity turned him into a survivor, then every killer in the game would slaughter him. Why so, you may ask? Well, if the Homelander get turned into a survivor, his power will be taken away from him so. No super strength, flight or laser vision, and he will be put in the trials. The trials are the way for the entity to feed a survivor's emotions. In each trial you have to repair generator while getting chased by a random killer. Each killer has the power to regenerate and break wood pallets and sometimes crush skulls. So if Homelander was turned into a survivor by the entity, that mean a being with no powers, he will probably get cooked by 100% of the killer. Yes, even Ghostface. And if he somehow kill a killer even though they have regeneration, the entity can just revive them, and even death won't save Homelander from Dead by Daylight. because once you die the entity will revive you until you become a husk without emotions to feed off. Next character. The Bone Thief are those weird potato-ish creature. They are very slow yet very durable, like 50% of the character we've seen yet. The Bone Thief win only because of his hacks, if you didn't watch the part 1. Hacks mean a broken ability that often ignore the durability of a set target. The broken ability of the Bone Thief is that once you make eye contact with it, the Bone Thief's power will instantly activate, and make all the bones in your body disappear, and then it will eat its prey. We don't really know where the bones are transported after that, but here's 2 examples. There is 2 reasons to why Homelander lose this one. First reason is that he doesn't know how the Bone Thief's power work, and will look at him in the eyes. Second reason is that a random Bone Thief can mimic the voice of anything. So to resume, if he look at it, he lose all of his bones and die. Next character.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
The Boiled One is a demonic entity from the analog horror of Dr. Nowhere. It is said that this disfigured man was once a war criminal, and again he win because of hacks. His hacks is simple. Once you look at any screen, he can make a broadcast, and once you see the broadcast, you will see illusion of him. But other can't see him. The Boiled One is the representation of your own trauma. The worst part is that once you fall asleep, he can just paralyze you until you die, and you will be able to see him, but not other, and you will be left to rot on your bed until you die. He can also change size at will. Also, any speed blitz will be pointless as he only show up when you're asleep. You can see him right after the broadcast, but it's just illusions. So I think you got it. He look at Homelander. Homelander become paralyzed and cannot move until he die.
Excuse me, English or Spanish?
English.
Whoever moves first is gay.
Oh, it's this guy.
Baby, you got something in your nose. Sniffing that K, did you feel the hole?
Next character. Ash, or actually Johanna Williams, is the main protagonist of the trilogy Evil Dead. Ash Williams is the hero from a prophecy who say that a hero from the sky will kill all evil. That mean Ash Williams is destined to kill all evil, and can't truly die until he finish the task. Yes, his power is plot armor, and the main example of that is when he got hit by a zombie sentry and survived. Sentry is a guy that blow up the moon in one hit. Ash can also kill zombies with his boomstick. Same zombies that can survive this explosion. His attack potency and durability would scale anywhere to multi-city block to town level. And for speed, Ash Williams is shown multiple times dodging light in the comics. One of his speed feat is punching Spider-Man before he could react. That punch didn't activate his spider sense, and Spider-Man is shown multiple times dodging light. So Ash reaction speed would scale to FDL. But his main win condition resides in one object, the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or Book of the Dead. With this book, Ash Williams can control the fate of someone, and rewrite the whole universe, and contain being like Thalo, who can go toe-to-toe with the creator of the universe, which would give Ash universal attack potency with the Necronomicon. Next character.
What's wrong, Rory? Miss your wake-up call?
Before any of you watching this say something like, Freddy is a child diddler or Freddy is Drake, I would let you know that the only time it is said that Freddy is a pedophile is in the 2010 reboot, and just in the reboot. And if you don't believe me, here's a proof from the actor.
Freddy Krueger always supposed to be a child molester or a child killer.
Originally, there was a hint of pedophilia. We had a horrible scandal in LA at this time called the McMartin case. It's been made into a phenomenal cable movie on HBO with James Woods. And what really happened was a bipolar mother freaked out, went off her meds, and made up this story about her son being molested because she had been neglecting her son when she went off her meds. And she blamed the daycare center. They wound up arresting 15 grandmothers who'd been working there since the 1940s and putting them in jail for pedophilia. And this was this huge scandal while we were all shooting the movie. And Wes obviously downplayed any hint of that. And he made Freddy's crimes more of a symbolic nature. Child killer. It's very symbolic. Freddy kills children. What are children? Children of the future. Freddy's killing the future. Freddy's killing innocence.
So let's get into it. Necronomicon Freddy is a version of the horror character Freddy Krueger who fused with the Necronomicon Yell. It's the weird book I talked about earlier. In this form, Freddy Krueger has no weakness of being ignored or forgotten. He can also bring all of his dream world power into reality. Since Freddy is a dream demon, he acts like a lucid dreamer, which means if you fight him in the dream world, he can use any power he can think of. Freddy controls all of the dream world, which is at least solar system in size since there is stars in it, and Freddy is able to turn into planet like the moon, conjuring missile that can blow up the earth and expand the dream world infinitely. Since he fused with the Necronomicon, Freddy obtained all of its power, so his attack potency would scale anywhere from solar system to universal level with the Necronomicon. He can also regenerate, even if you destroy his soul, which is mid-godly regeneration, one of the most powerful regeneration in fiction, and even if you can hurt him, he can just reverse it like a cartoon. So all of Freddy's ability can be used in real world now that he fused with the Necronomicon. I'm obviously not gonna show every abilities, because the video is gonna last 1 hour, but he can erase anything in the dream world from existence, and in real world thanks to the Necronomicon. He can suck your soul out of you, which Homelander has no resistance against. But you know what? Here's all the abilities. Anyway, I did a whole power scaling video on Freddy Krueger if you guys want to watch. But this is the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more video like this one. And until then, I was your host for today, and it was the 3rd episode of Into the Dark. And the conclusion is...
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck.